And Joe, we've known each other for about 3 years, a little bit. Tell me about your history. Were you born and raised here in Jakarta?
Yes, I was born and raised in Jakarta. I grew up here until I was high school, and then I moved to Singapore. So I moved to Singapore. I was there for 8 years.
Okay.
Yeah, for undergrad, and I worked in Singapore as well. And then 2 years, I got a chance to go to the U.S. So that was my first time in the U.S. First time coming in the U.S. And I studied there in the U.S.
In Singapore, what was your major?
I took computer science undergrad, and then my mom basically encouraged me like, how if you explore PhD?
Got it.
So and then actually I did explore PhD for a year. So I took like a pre-PhD class courses for a year. Basically, it's a research program with my professor, and I realized that, oh man, this kind of like research work, especially computer science research, is very lonely.
Yeah.
Because I only talk with a computer. Throughout that experience, I felt like I think I'm really a people person.
Okay.
That's why I decided to change, in terms of my career, everything. I basically stopped my pre-PhD program, and then I worked in a consulting firm.
Okay.
In which I really enjoyed. So then I worked in IBM, and I got to learn more about the business side of things.
Yeah. And then you actually ended up going to Harvard, right, for your master's?
Exactly. So and then I went to Harvard Kennedy School.
Okay.
So that was for the public policy major that I mentioned earlier.
You went to Harvard, and so you graduated from that. Did you come home right away then?
Yes.
Okay. And then what was your thought? I know you volunteered.
Yeah.
Is that what you started doing, or did you already know I'm going to go find a job first, or did you want to go straight to politics?
I got this opportunity to start a startup with some of my classmates there, and then I decided that probably that's the next step.
Okay.
Towards there, because my background was public policy. So one of the issues that is always in my heart is the issues that has to do with the mass, like big number of people.
Yeah.
So the first idea that we tried was healthcare actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So we were thinking of like 3 different sectors: healthcare, education, and logistics.
Yeah,
Because
I remember
these are
that. Okay.
Yeah, these are the 3 things that impact a lot of the livelihood of everyone in every country.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
healthcare was our first startup is called Consula.
Yeah.
The basic idea was because there is the number of doctors in Indonesia are very low, and mostly concentrated in Java or in Jakarta, and especially like if you are in other parts of Indonesia, lesser numbers. So we're trying to bridge the gap. We're thinking of like how can we use technology to connect doctors in Java with access to doctors in other parts of the country.
Okay.
Then after a year, I think we did run it for a year, and then we felt like the condition, the infrastructure is not there. There's no product market fit as well.
Yeah. It was a little too complicated at that point in time. Okay.
Yeah.
When you guys, after a year, start transitioning to food.
Exactly.
Okay.
So after a while, after 1 year, we decided to we asked ourselves as well, like, what is the problem that we are trying to solve here in healthcare? Like that's why we ask our users the question of what do you think of a healthy living means? So like really hard to find healthy foods in Indonesia. Then hence, after several iterations, we have this Lemonilo with a vision that how can we bring healthy living into something that is affordable for everyone.
Yeah. Joe, I mean, I'm very familiar. I've tried your ramen. It's good.
Thank you.
That's the one that everyone's familiar with. What other types of food or products do you have?
Yeah. So basically, the kind of products that we develop is back to the original vision, like healthier and affordable. And I think that another important ingredient is that it has to be something that's familiar with Indonesians.
Okay.
That's why we started with instant noodle.
Yeah.
Because we consume we are, I think, the highest consumers of instant noodle per capita in the world. Milo, and then another thing that's very popular is snacks, potato chips.
Okay.
Yeah. And potato chips has a lot of salt, MSG, like other things built in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to healthify that.
Got it. As this business continues to grow, the ramen seems to be doing well. You continue to create it. Hopefully, it'll be in the U.S. soon.
I mean,
is your long-term goal? Do you still want to go into politics, or do you say, man, you know what? I've learned a lot in politics. But I want to continue to grow in this route business.
Yeah.
How do you figure out? How do you determine on that?
we still be doing this till for a while. And 2020, 2021 is time for me to really review
Yeah.
where God is calling me next.
Okay.
It might be politics, might be somewhere else. I don't know. But
Yeah.
I think one thing is for sure that if God is putting something in your heart, I think it's really hard for you to deny that.
Yeah.
You don't really have like calling for it.
I love how you're thinking. Look, I'm going to keep pursuing this. I'm going to be
Yeah.
faithful to where I am right now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I hear a lot of young people say,
Yeah.
man, I just want to know now.
I'm not sure with other people, like probably other people like experience different things, but I think a lot of things for me, a lot of these things, I think God is teaching me the hard way through
Yeah.
through real life experience, in which things just like more sticky to me.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. You look at we're here in Joe's company as a leader, and you're working with a lot of different skill. What's been the best thing about being a leader for you that you enjoy doing? What's the hardest thing about being a leader that you don't enjoy doing?
I think that one of the things that I really enjoy as a leader is to be able to mentor someone.
Yeah.
A lot of people who are working here, they're like fresh graduates.
Okay.
They just get out of university, and they kind of like, most similar to me like 10 years ago, we're still exploring a lot of things, still unsure about what kind of like career path they want to take.
Yeah.
I think the best thing of becoming a leader is to be able to like help them navigate through all these questions.
Yeah.
Relating with my own experience, with the things that I experienced before too.
Got it.
The things that I don't like is, and sometimes, not sometimes, a lot of time, dealing with people can be really, really draining.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. You and I have known each other for about 3 years.
Yeah.
You've been part of our cohort, but more so now, you and I have become very, very good friends. I really respect you. What was your experience at the cohort? How has that really influenced and shaped you as a leader?
I think for me, the two highlights from the cohort was the personal mentorship.
Yeah. Who were you assigned to?
Ken Ball.
Ken Ball, yes.
So Ken, I think because I mentioned like I never really have like a mentor in my life before.
Okay.
So having a personal mentor like Ken,
Yeah.
that kind of relationship, I know that I can talk about everything spiritually, work related, all my struggles and
Yeah.
everything. I think that's really something that's like an oasis.
Okay.
That's something that's really refreshing for me.
Yeah.
Something that I always looking forward to have like that kind of conversation. Like we only talk like once a month, but then I think a lot of things that he said about being rooted in the Word also has a lot of impact to me. So second thing is the retreat. So
Yeah, okay.
I think retreat. I think having a real conversation with people who've been there, and some of the speakers in the retreat were
Yeah.
from Silicon Valley.
Yeah. Over in San Fran. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah,
Mhm.
and we're kind of like coming from similar world with similar challenges, with similar idols. And I think coming from perspective of someone who's been there, done that, and also experienced relationship with God, I think is really, really helpful for me. I think
Yeah.
one thing that stood out from the retreat was, man, I forgot his name. His former CEO of JCPenney.
Ron Johnson.
Yes, Ron.
Uh-huh.
So Ron mentioned how he would like have 1 hour quiet time with God every day, and that struck me because this guy's so busy and he still have that 1 hour. I mean, there's no excuse for me not to have that while I'm still in this.
Yeah.
So I think it's all about the relationship.
Yeah. And Joe, I think a lot of times, I mean, even me and you, I mean, you've been part of our cohort, it's been done now, but the friendship you and I have, it's been a joy watching me, how you do what you do here,
Yeah.
but also the next step where the future heads. So, I think a lot of times that's one of the key things that we want to really be able to highlight at Resource Global. Leaders who are doing great things for their city. How do you begin to integrate your faith in not only your work, but everything that you do? And because when we look at you, not only your business, ramen, healthy food, will it change the culture, will it eventually change the city and make it a better city and so on. So, hey, thank you, my friend. Appreciate it.
Thank you.